He is a figure who has managed to, I think, sort of become a catalyst for Russians' own discontent. The one thing that unites all Russians, whether they're high-ranking officials or whether they're, a bus driver in Siberia, is they've all had their experiences with corruption. And Navalny now, for almost 20 years, has really been playing on this particular Achilles heel of the Kremlin, and that's what makes him so dangerous. He presents these exceedingly sort of slick but very well researched exposés of official corruption in videos on YouTube, and that means that he is in some ways the most recognizable non-government, non-official or even official opposition figure in the country at large.
Now, he's been jailed at various times. He's been barred from standing in elections. How come he's still on the scene?
In some ways, we have to realize that this is not Stalinist Russia. This is not North Korea. The Russian regime is a strange hybrid of authoritarianism and democracy. And the Kremlin does realize that it's sometimes important to leave space for some kind of protest, some kind of opposition. Navalny has always been very, very clever at tacking right up to that line and not usually going too far. What may have happened of late, though, is particularly with the example of people power being visible in Belarus, protests in the Russian Far East in Khabarovsk, maybe in some ways the line moved and he didn't.
If Alexei Navalny is sidelined, what state is the Russian opposition in without him as a figurehead?
It's difficult to know. I mean, one of his big efforts has precisely been to try and create some kind of structure, a machine. So instead of it just simply being Navalny, it's Navalny's organization. He had a foundation, but unfortunately, he's just had to wind that up because it's been hit by a whole series of, frankly, quite spurious legal claims. There is a whole new generation of younger Russian activists who is ready to move forward. The problem is there is no one who has the same kind of national stature. You'd have a lot of powerful local figures, but no one really who can bring them all together. Of course, someone can emerge, but at the moment there is no heir apparent.